Hello, welcome back to Stationeers. I'm Mick, and today I'm going to build a rocket. Because apparently I didn't make it quite clear in the last video, but I think rockets are pretty cool. Now specifically we're going to be building the new resource rocket. There's a few tricks to it, well, a few tricks that I came across there that did give me troubles. But I've been testing it out and having a bit of a build, and I think I've got a handle on it now. Now it is built from your, rocket parts. You get them from your electronics printer there. They are advanced, so you need a tier 2 printer, and we have got lots of bits for it. Now we do actually use the old bits from the old rocket, the launch pad, the rocket engine, and the fuel tank. So those are the 3 bits you'll need to actually get the thing off the ground. So after that, we do have our rocket silos. They're our storage modules that go onto the rocket for bringing back all the craps that you mine. We have our 3 basic types of collectors. We have a salvage collector, which has a little grabber claw in the bucket there, which is pretty cool. We've got our 2 mining modules there. We've got the rock mining and the ice mining modules. Those ones, of course, what you'll need to, depend on what you want to pick up. If you want to get ice, use an ice mining one. If you want minerals, get the other one there. If you want to pick up a heap of random crap from all over the place, the salvage model is, you almost become a space garbage collector, but it does occasionally bring back a few gems. And now the coupling modules, these are the next things we have here. They're the bits that I've had trouble with understanding them. Once you've got a handle on them and be a bit careful with them, they're not too bad. And of course the command module, or the automation module, there's no commander in there, and that sits on top. You only need the one of them, but you can have as many mining modules as you like. You can have as many storages as you like, as many fuel tanks as you like, of course 1 rocket and 1 launch pad. They're the bits you need, and you can then go and stack up a big rocket. Now the big trick I did first have with this, there is a picture of the rocket, a diagram of the rocket in the update briefing there, and it shows the rocket with all its modules. Now don't try and copy that. I did that to start, and if you build it like that, it won't work, because it shows all the mining modules stacked one on top of the other, then a coupler, and then a storage silo. Now that won't work. You need the mining module has to be adjacent to a storage module with a coupler in between. So yeah, one to look out for. That diagram I think might have just been an early on concept, because it does actually show some liquid and gas harvesting modules in there, which don't seem to be in the game as yet. So is that a future release, or is it just something they decided, nah, don't really need that? Well, we'll find out, I guess. But that's the trick now. So let's have a look at building this thing. So there we go, all gone. Now, first up, of course, we need our landing pad. Down it goes. You build it up. We need a lot of stuff: steel sheets, electronic components. I'm just creative, so I can just do it the easy way. Now we need our rocket engine, which is that one. There, we need a coupling module. Right, now this is a bug I have encountered with it. Because I had a rocket built here before, it's now not going to let me place the coupling module on top of it. For some reason it just doesn't like it. I'll try reload and see if that fixes it. Oh. Right, there you go. So the couplers were invisible. Now they have, on a reload, they have re-rendered. So yeah, if you can't place the couplers, it's because they're already there. But don't worry, reload does fix it. Now, these, I'll get rid of them now. Yoink. Yeah. Now, back where we were. Now the drill module needs to attach to a You're going to tell me I can't place that again now? You horrible thing. Right. Okay. We'll try again. Right, back again. Let's have another shot. No. Okay. So if you build a rocket, don't pull it apart. Okay, so plan B, how about we build another rocket? That'll work. Okay, so number one, launch pad. Now we need the connector, coupling, doodad. Oh, you're shitting me. Okay, game start and a new world. Let's give another shot. We want a launch pad. We want an engine. Good. Fuel tank. We're good. Now, ore mining. We can put you on there. Done. Now I need the coupling module, which is you. There we go, finally we got a green one. Now, you can see on the side of it there we have the arrow pointing down. That's not what we want. We've got the mining module here. We want it to point up. The cargo container is going to be above. So use the scroll wheel, it now points up. So now I can pop that on there. Oop, done. Now I can put the cargo module above it, which is silo. Up there. Boop, done. And if I grab another automation coupling module, grab another coupling module, put that on here, this time pointing down, I can put another mining module above it. So we have salvage, ice mining. Boop. Done. That's there. And of course, to finish it off, we just need our command module. Automation module, not a command module. Automation module. Boom, done. Now, thanks to good old creative mode, I can finish it up quite quickly. It does take a fair bit of parts to make. You do need some exotic alloys to build it, but there we go, all finished. So new rocket. Now it's a bit glitchy in placing those couplers there. I don't know what's wrong with that, but a reload of the game seemed to make it work. Yeah, so build your rocket the way you want it the first time and keep it that way. Right, now these are your couplers, these things just here. They've got the arrow on them pointing up and down. They have a variation, just use a scrolling wheel to decide which one you want to go. Now they have got a point at your storage module, which is this one here. So below it I have the ore mining module with an upwards coupler to the silo. Above it got a nice mining module, the downwards coupler to the storage silo. Of course you can give them each their own storage silo if you want, but they must be adjacent to a storage silo with the coupler in between. Now the picture they've got on the release doesn't have that, and it won't work if you don't do it, so make sure you do have that in there. It took me a while to figure that one out, but I eventually got there. And your command module. You do have the spot up the top for your chip, which I've never actually used, but it's there. You can do it. Now over the side on your tower, you have the unloading port for your cargo container, your cargo silo. You have, of course, fuel ports, power ports. Hook up your power and data. It's only your fuel tank that has to be hooked up to the fuel, but I've got it there. You've got a little fuel pump there to pump the fuel in, and a really big ass tank of fuel, and that kind of scary having that there, but oh well, explosions are cool. Now this one is actually very surprisingly simple to use. It can just be done with logic chips, and they are just readers and writers. There's no math, there's nothing fancy, no comparisons to be done, just readers and writers, and most of them are just for updating your displays. So let's have a look at what we got there. Now I have stripped this down to pretty much a bare minimum of what we want to be doing. So I've got a readout for my fuel, readout for what cargo I've got. Probably don't need that, but I like to have it there. The mode we're in, and whether or not there's minables there to be mined. We'll need a dial to set your mode, a lever for switching on your mining mode, and another lever for unloading everything. Right, so first let's update the displays and see what we've got there. I've got the displays all named, so make them easy to find. Now, so we want to control the mode. We get the mode from the automation module, automated rocket automation module, and of course we just have a mode in there. Switch it on, mode 0, it's sitting on the ground. Logic writer, we'll take that and write it straight out to our mode. If I can find it, there it is, and we want to set the setting. Oop, done. Now the contents, what's in there? Now you can have multiple storages on there, so I'm using a batch reader. So I shall take from the automated silo, I shall take the quantity, each quantity, and we'll take the sum. So I'll add up what's in all of the modules there. Currently it's empty, so that's 0. And once again we take that and we read it to our LED display. LED mode, where are we? Cargo. And we shall set the setting. Oh, done. So that's mode, we want to get the minables. Now, once again, just a logic reader. We are reading from the command module, or the automation module, and we do have one there called collectible goods, which don't be 0 at the moment because we're on the ground. Of course, we then want to write that back out to our display, fuel, minables, setting, done. We're there. Our last one was, what have we not done? Fuel, we haven't done fuel. Right, that's an important one. So once again, from the command module, the automation module, we have one there called fuel, oddly enough. And that one does have fuel in it, so that's giving us a number. So we write that out to our LED display fuel. Oops, there it is. And our setting, boop, done. So we should have our display on there now. Yep, fuel's working. That's our display setup. So just straight, readers, writers, we're done. Now, we need a dial to set our mode. This is what will control it. Whoa, okay, they go up by 10 now. Right. Now we have different modes there. We can just find that from our rocket. We find our automated modes. They are just sitting here. So idle, launch, travelling, arrived. Really the only ones you need to know is launch, travel and return home. So 1, 2 and 5. That's all you really need to know. Right, so we're just going to read directly from the dial. So if you just connect just the dial and not spaghetti wire everything, it becomes very easy. Output, once again, we are going to the rocket automation module, automated automation. Okay, nice. And we want to have it to activate. Right, we're telling it to 0, which is do nothing. Now, this one will be for our mining. Now, we're using a batch writer there because we can have multiple mining modules there. So I'm just going to use a batch writer. I'll actually need another one because I've got an ice module and a mining module. grab another one. I can put down another batch writer. Boop. There we go. And some cable, of course, to hook him up. And done. Now, so we are using the lever. Output will be to our automated ice mining, and this one will be to our automated ore mining. Once again, the lever comes in, and we want to switch it to the activate. There we go. Activate. Oop, on. Done. This will be our unload. Once again, you can use multiple silos on this. I'm using a batch writer. In from the lever, output type will be our automated silo module, and it will be open. There we go. Boop. And we're minus 0, not minus 0. And just for the sake of what we're doing for refueling, I have our volume pump over there on the fuel line, so I've just hooked up a switch here to say we're going to hook it up to the volume pump. There it is, and on. So now I can activate my fuel from here, fuel up the rocket. Boop, done. Easy. That is the entire setup. It is now ready to fly. Now to fly the thing, to launch, we set it to mode 1. So we increase to 1. There she goes. And you can see our mode is in 2. That means it's travelling. When it gets to 4, it's arrived. We have some minables in the vicinity. So we switch on our mining drills and away they go. They'll keep mining until the minables drops down to 0, means it's got everything, at which point you just tell it to move somewhere else. There we go. We've mined 35 chunks, it's dropped back to 0, we've got to go somewhere else. We can switch off our drills. Now we switch that to 2, say travel to a new location, and it goes to 2, we're off to a new location. Now watching your fuel there, remember it does take 500 fuel to get back home again, so don't drop that below 500. Right, we're waiting at our new mining site now. We can flick the drills back on again, and away we go. Now you can keep doing that for as long as you like, or as long as you dare, but eventually we're going to have to come home again. Now the trick is when this one actually runs out, your dial's already set to 2, so you've just got to set it back to 1 then back to 2, and it'll fly on to its next location. But there we go, we're mining, so we can keep doing that for as long as you like, or as long as your fuel lasts, but let's just bring it home now. So call it home, we go to 5. 5, there we go. He's into mode 5, stop mining, switch them off now. Mode 6 is when it returns it's back home, and we get that awesome sonic boom. Awesome. So, pull the unload lever, and we should see bits and pieces start to fly out now. Here they come. So all the ice should be kept up the top there and processed, and meanwhile rocks come out the other end. And by the way, if you notice that the rocket bell stayed on the launch pad, that's because some twit didn't finish building it. There we go. Now it works properly. Wow. Great bit of rocket science there. Now that's the way it's meant to work. What a dumbass. Rightio. That's it for today. Till next time, happy building. See ya. What was I thinking? Sorry, Simo. You state the obvious. Let's put a 10-second countdown on that, shall we? Export. It was an obvious thing, really. Oh shit! Wow! I didn't think that'd work.